I'm remembering a comment someone said a few episodes ago, and they said, you know what, Tenarium, for the head of being the smiters, you really don't get around smiting much. I took these comments into consideration. We have a city to save. We want to live on. We want to fight, and whatever the rest of that independence speech was. We're gonna live on. We're going to kill the aliens and Istvan. Initiate system purge. No! Forgive me, there's too much at stake. Thank you for making the choice for me. Some people simply can't be trusted. I've never trusted myself. It would seem this is my cue. Awkward way to fall, but you have to make light of the situation because we did just kill someone. It's over. Congratulations, Yanni. Think rationally. Even if it makes us murderers, we just saved the city and everyone in it. Not everyone. It was never about Constance, wasn't it? That makes no sense. I presume that means say was it. You wanted to save her to atone for what you did to Lev. Selfish. The facts are clear. I saved a lot of people by sacrificing one. What is it they say when you're a sociopath? I can live with that. It doesn't matter anymore. Let's get out of here. Did we save the city? We better have. What happened to Istvan, more to the point? You can achieve anything if you put your heart into it, your heart and mind to it. That's what we tell the kids in the Isles. I don't know if Constance knew the saying, but she epitomized the principles. Well, I mean, I wish to go crazy and die isn't too high on many people's priorities list, you'd think. She must have spent years collecting the information, influence, and skills necessary to outmaneuver her fate. Whatever truths she knew about Solstice were lost as she died. I was in shock after the ordeal. The fact that she listened to us at all, the way she seemed almost eager to drop her plans, left me sick. Yeah, alright, game. Jesus, come on. I know I killed someone, but don't make me feel that guilty for it. Her desire for vengeance fueled her for years, but what she yearned for the most was freedom. The city walls stand, hot water circulating through them. Our mission was a success. I expect the families will express their gratitude for both of us. Knowing what we know, however, we aren't eager to associate with them. As true winter passed, I watched the people around me change and a new order emerge. The city, however, remained the same. What happened to Istvan then? Really? He was rocking shit up. Did we just kill him? Was that? Fair enough. The city, however, remained the same. When I left, I took one last look at the gleaming spires basking in the first rays of spring. For better or worse, the city survived because of us. That... What did happen to Istvan then? I presume we must have killed him. Is this credits? You'd think so, right? Oh no, shit. Is ending. Jewel of the North. Isn't that the good ending? That was the good ending. Holy shit, that didn't feel satisfactory. No, that must have been a variance of the good ending. Constance's plans fail, but the trauma of Solstice night leaves no one unscathed. Long-held ambitions lose their gravity almost overnight. Crimes become irrelevant. The city remains intact, and so do the rules that govern it. Soon, new actors enter the stage to fill the empty roles. A servant most of her life, Laura finally decides to use her position to her advantage. She remains a follower, but no longer a tool actively contributing to the rise of a new leader. Good! Her talent for uncovering one's flaws and weaknesses makes her both a valued advisor and a feared enemy. I mean, really, she was just reading tarot cards. Let's not oversell what she was doing. Galen is greeted a hero when he returns home. While some question his methods, Gedde praises the cold pragmatism and clarity of judgment that turned his mission into a triumph. He embarks on a brilliant career packed with thrilling adventures and passionate encounters. Kassir is always nearby, his experience and sensibility protecting Galen from everyday threats, including Galen himself. We saw that was a huge problem. They are friends, partners, and lovers. As the years pass, Galen begins to understand that he adopted the city's efficient rules as his own. He regrets nothing. Oh. Yanni's obsession with Kalara eventually gets the better with her. She pretends to leave the city but stays hidden and conducts her own experiments inspired by Istvan's contraption. When the city guards finally uncover her presence, she is forced to sign a compact. Now she designs weapons used for efficient extermination of the northern tribes. Oh, I bet Yokone loves that. Sem is devastated that another of his attempts at a normal life failed. Despising himself as much as the rest of humanity, Okay, I was hoping that wasn't going in Constance's way there. He withdraws to live on the outskirts of the northerners' camps. He lives secluded, barely tolerated by the tribes. When men with unknown weapons arrive, he shares the tribe's fates. Good. Istvan's strange contraption released the nearby energy gathered from the system in a single blow, leaving him physically and mentally disabled. Okay, so he went in a coma. I mean, could this not have been shown in a more story, if you know what I mean? As opposed to just, oh, here's what happened to everyone in 2 sentences. Could we not have just roamed the city in a sort of like 20-minute, here's what happened and everything? Or even just Laura going, you know what, I've decided, it's true. I'm not going to let the people bog me down in such a way. I'm not going to do anything too drastic, but it's not going to be like it is under Istvan again. And like Yanni muttering to herself as she sort of like walks off and goes towards a cave, and Galen going, oh, well, I'm going to go here, and as opposed to just, well, you know, it happened in 2 sentences. You know what I mean? Whatever. After a while, Slava decides it is time she puts herself first. She refuses to adjust her life to accommodate yet another dependent lover. Finally accepting the need to be ruthless, she employs Laura's help to forge new compacts. Don't... Come on! Learn from the mistakes of the past, for God's sake. Gaining her freedom and vast opportunities. When the new families return, she steadily gains power. Eventually, she trades Istvan to a competing family who treat him no better than a piece of decor. As their curiosity wears off, he becomes an object of public ridicule. As Istvan suffers, Slava officially takes over the city. Encouraged by Galen, Yokone leaves in the north to seek the adventure and freedom she craved. When she arrives in the Isle, she is welcomed with open arms and allowed to study craft in exchange for her knowledge of northern rituals. She befriends Galen, but it is with his mentor that she forms a much stronger bond. She convinces Nanagedi to take her as an apprentice, and they travel together, experiencing life to its fullest. I know that would be another background, but you know what I mean? Like, you could just have a post sequence where she rocks up. It is, I get, like, these backgrounds I imagine take a long time to do, or just Nanagedi could, like, show up outside as she runs for it, going, you know, oh, I heard what Galen said, you know, magic, mystical and whatnot. It could just be in the ice bit, and it being, oh, well, I heard you're heading here. You know, yeah. And they travel together, experience life to its fullest. The spires of the city of ice glisten still in the northern sun. As cold and proud as the people who built it, their beauty inspires awe in all who see them. Little has changed for those who live in their shadow. The family's feud, servants suffer, and misguided foreigners come to the city looking for a new beginning. Instead, they find compacts. Occasionally, the best actors change their roles, but the stage, the script, and the almighty bank linger on, eternal. So basically, if we didn't help Constance, everything just sorta goes to shit. Like, nothing changes. We just save the people. How many trophy did we go? Make a promise to someone you barely know. Okay, so that was Slava early on. I think we may have done that, but not properly. Play it safe when... Okay, so that's not revealing all our information to Galen. Keep it warm and natural. I have no idea what that could even be. Leave a mark on the wasteland. No idea what that is either. Let Yanni be the doctor for once. Yeah, we were so far off anything here, I feel. Easy way out, abandon your goals. Didn't do that. No dog should see this. I think we all know what that was. Bring the murderer to justice. We all know what that was as well, didn't we? Experience all the possible endings. Yeah, I'll get that eventually. Alright, well, for consistency's sake, we're going to go back to the decision, which is that one. And we're going to see what happens if we save Constance. Give Constance a chance. Alright, I'll give you a chance, Constance. What? I'm done with sacrificing one for the good of many. You will regret this for the rest of your life, a very brief remainder of it. Thank you, Yanni. We all leave now. Go to the marketplace and tell everyone it is over. How will you stop them from lynching her on the spot? I will lie. Nobody needs to know what really happened. So we're just going to die. What's it going to be, Constance? Revenge or freedom? I want to live. Well, so did Laura. And we saw how that worked out in that ending, didn't we? Bloody odds. I can't believe it. Will you come with us? You go on, please. Please give me a moment. I need to gather my thoughts before I confront the others. I'll join you on the surface. Don't take too long. I need to look at your wounds. Constance, I trust you. Dangerous. You really shouldn't. Yeah. My life is of no importance. Only the city matters. It is the only thing that ever mattered. Killed herself anyway. Good. And we didn't do anything with the system. So, did now everyone die? Oh no, as soon as we left the chamber there was a tremendous quake. We had made a grave mistake. Constance was dead. I gambled and lost. Yeah. For her, hope was no longer an option. She chose revenge over a chance to start anew. Yanni shot me a spiteful look, but as blaming herself was an old habit, she quickly focused on her own failure. My mission, however, was a success. The water still flowed. That's a cold way of looking at it. The city crumbled, but its people survived, hiding in the warm underground caves and preparing. No scheming before the family's return. Did that say no, comma, scheming? We can't go back and... I think I said no, comma, scheming. When I finally booked passage for the first outgoing caravan, I gave the Jewel of the North one last gaze, its ruined shadow of its former glory, broken spires still gleaming in the northern sun. I hoped the restoration of the city would bring about a deeper change. My intuition, however, told me otherwise. So it's sort of the same ending, but everything died. Yeah. Oh, that looks a bit exploded, doesn't it? So what's the end? Does everyone do the same? No, everyone would have to do something else. Constance's plan is partially successful, and the proud city walls crumble and fall. Well, we got another trophy, clear waters. I didn't know what that one was. As entire... Oh, that's how. We leave a scorch on the land, right, okay. As entire districts vanish under snow, people seek refuge underground and await the true winter's end. The crime of yesterday becomes irrelevant, and the only thing that matters is survival. Fortunately, the magic of the waters stays strong. I'd ask what about food, but let's not go there. When the families finally arrived, they discovered their city in ruins. They quickly decide to rebuild, assign a few overseers, and rush back to their winter palaces. A servant most of her life, Laura finally decides... Yeah, okay, we know that one. Galen is greeted as a hero. Dismayed to learn about Yanni's failure, the faculty launches an investigation, using his charisma, get his help, and the occasional lie or two. Well, bending the truth really, isn't it? Galen manages to convince the jury there was no foul play on his side. Oh yeah, okay. I thought that was going to be he defended the friend. No. No. Cassia is there to confirm his words the entire time. They question them together? Soon they set off on another mission, this time to the far south, where their feelings deepen as they learn how to forgive and love one another. Yanni spends a true winter in her search for Kalar. Unknowingly, she stumbles upon something else. When the families come back... Compact. Yeah. It's only years later that the inhabitants begin to feel the first disturbing consequences of Yanni's changes. Sim feels abandoned, flees north, When the merchant agents finally find him, he decides to come back to his liking and is allowed to continue his travels. Every time the family's orders come, he is content to steal or silently kill for them. Seeing his experiments fail, Istvan loses interest in science. He instead makes plans to restore his position as head of the bank. Good, okay, so the option in which I chose to smite was the better one. Good. Okay, revenge. Revenge is the way forward. Slava observes the transition and decides it is time for her to change. When Istvan cancels her compact, she returns to her home country to rejoin the royal expedition. She becomes a valued cartographer and navigator. It is in these unknown waters amid raging storms that for the first time in a long while she feels free. Encouraged by Galen, Yokone leaves the north, seeking the adventure and freedom she always craved. Yeah, okay, we know that. She befriends Galen. Yeah, we know this. The northern tribes tell the tale of the night the city towers fell and their elders sang with joy, feeling their holy waters would finally be returned to them. But the families were relentless. Soon the jewel is rebuilt, its splendor even greater and influence even broader than before. They give it a name worthy of its strength and beauty, Adamant. Well, I mean, that's not what adamant means, is it? That's just, no, we're persistent, alright? We're gonna keep doing this. It's gonna happen. Although some lives were saved at Solstice night, countless others were consumed and the cogs continue to turn forever. Good. We landed on 2 very meh meanings, basically. Oh, but we did get a Clear Waters ending? So we found 2 different endings already. Lots of variants. Well, everyone, that was Solstice. We won't go back and do another route because that's just not what I do. I would encourage you to purchase the game. The game, as per always, is in the description below. I loved it. That should have shone through. As you saw, the only thing I think could be done different is the endings. As opposed to just random 2-sentence things, just a 20-minute whip around using the scenes that using the backgrounds that are already available. Just a quick chat between assets that already exist, you know? Then it's just more burden on the writer. But yeah, no, it's fine. But it was really, really good. Bunch of endings to get as per normal, like in Cinders. Like, there's so many endings to get, and even then, different variants of the endings. And I would, as I said, very much encourage you to buy this game. If you've gotten to the end of this playthrough and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. I would love you very much. But for now, my name's ChrisTenarium. Thank you very, very much for watching. Buy the game, and goodbye!